I'm Caryn McBride here with Maureen Morgan. We're going to be talking today about energy. First, we're going to be talking about oil. I think the price now is $126 a barrel.
I heard.
As of this morning.
Right.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about that and why it's so high, and what we can expect.
Well, of course, people always want to figure out all kinds of conspiracy theories for anything that is, beyond what they expect it to be, and so the oil price has gotten all kinds of explanations. But the oil is not like investing in houses, investing even in steel or whatever. It's a very different commodity because it does have limits. Of course, the others do too, but still, oil is unique. And it's interesting to realize that oil has only been in our culture, our world, for 100 years. So we got along without oil for a very, very long time, and I think we better start figuring out what that will be in the future, probably for our children. But anyway, there are several reasons why this is so high. Investors are definitely a part of the picture, but they're hardly the only issue here. Let me just make sure I get all these things together. Because oil is a real global commodity. It's pulled out in various parts of the world. All kinds of things can happen in various large producers, such as Nigeria. Nigeria is definitely influencing the price of oil right now, no doubt about it. It's very unsettled, and there's a lot of oil there. Needless to say, the Middle East is always a mess, and that's where there's a lot of oil. And of course, then there's the demand. We all know about China and India. Well, that's not something to just wish away. We could drop our demand, and it'd be picked up by other people. So it's not going to make any difference in the price of oil to drop our demand, even though we have to do that. We must for global warming and just for not having to spend so much money that flows out of the country. Another issue is the matter of the dollar. Because we're such a debtor nation, that lowers the value of the dollar, which makes the oil go up. So people, it's not exactly a plus to be in debt. I mean, people think you can do this and there's no impact, but there's a huge impact. To be sure, it makes your goods cheaper to be sold around the world. Let me make sure I get all these political squabbles. That's a big one. Just look at Chavez in Venezuela, and he plays around with his oil. So, things go this way. And here's the big one. This is a more recent list of things that keep that oil high. And that is that the oil producers, guess what? They want to keep some of their oil. What a surprise. Because they're making so much money from oil, their economies are growing. And so when an economy is growing, you need more oil. So they need it at home. So that limits the amount of oil that's being sold. So, I mean, it could be any one of these that keeps it up. Any one of them all by themselves would keep it up. But you have 5 or 6 reasons.
Sure, this is coming together almost as a perfect storm.
It's a perfect storm.